Hi everybody, welcome to Phil's Projects. Today we're going to be showing you part 2 of the hammer build for What's in Your Box contribution. Enough babbling, let's get drilling and tapping.
Okay, hi everybody, going to try to do a bit of voiceover here so we drop the hum on the video. Right now we're working on the cores for the hammers, the stainless steel center part, just kissing off to break the edge, and we'll be drilling and countersinking in preparation for the tapping. In my operations I've found out or figured out that leaving my tailstock in the same place makes things quick and easy for the precise operation, which is the depth drilling. My quill's pretty tight in there, and there really isn't much droop, so it's not something I have to worry about. It's just that when you're doing multiples like this to a pretty close depth, I got to drill 550 from the full diameter. Being able to seat the drill bit into the bottom of the chuck and then just run with the numbers that I've preset on the wheel on the tailstock makes things quick and easy. So that went well. With the holes on each side plus the center hole for the handle, there's really not much room, and we didn't want to break through, so the depth was a bit on the critical side. To help control heat in the drill bit with quick repetitions like this, I kept it in the oil can, helped shed some of the heat. And I was able to drill all 60 holes without having to resharpen my bit. So that was a neat little trick. Worked out well. Okay, so next operation is going to be tapping.
Okay, so now we're into the high risk part. Going to be doing some power tapping. The way I'm going to do this is first tighten this up to the point where it'll just slip when I hit the bottom. So well, here goes nothing. It's either going to go snap or it's going to work. Don't think that's quite in the bottom. Let's see if we can get any more out of it. Pulling back. Rinse and repeat. Okay, so we have to machine the groove for the O-ring. It's a 3/4 inch or 19 millimeter ID. Yeah, they're about 90 thou thick. So I'm gonna go 60. Probably do a 70 thou deep. And we also got to do it in a kind of two-step because the width of the cutter, well, is at 84, and you need space for you need a bit of space for the O-ring to deform. Test fit the piece. 50. 70 foul deep. The reason for the O-ring, when you got something screwed on like this, unless you want to really crank it in by hand or use tools almost, it'll eventually slack because of the vibration. The O-ring just keeps a little, just enough tension to keep that hammerhead from loosening itself. So it's a handy little feature. Couple of spring cuts. Clean up the bottom. And test it out. Okay, now that's sticking out too far. Way too far.
Okay, so at this point, one of the problems I had, and one of the things I didn't do correctly, is I didn't pre-order the O-rings, the final O-rings that were going to go in the head. I used O-rings out of a import set that I've had for forever. And well, it came back to bite me in the butt, because once I've done all these grooves that fit the size that was in my kit, when I ordered my parts from McMaster Car, none of them fit. I'm not going to blame either side. I'm going to blame myself for not having the actual part that was going to go in there, and could have saved me a number of hours of remachining these heads afterwards. Thank God the new ones were bigger, and I didn't have a problem of having too loose a fit. So yeah, anyways, that was my 2 cents worth on this. Make sure you have the actual parts. Don't run off something existing when you're going to be ordering a new set. So okay, so I've pretty much completed grooving all the heads, or so I thought. Gonna send them a quick cleanup into ultrasonic cleaner for about I don't know what I put in, 8 minutes, I think. I got this unit off eBay, 6-liter stainless steel bottom drain, which is really handy. Heats up the water, and a timer. I'll save you guys the buzzing sound. Is already enough in my basic video. Thankfully, the cable that Pierre made me is taking care of all those issues. I was getting all sorts of interference with the El Cheapo wire that I had tried to put together. So thanks, my friend. You solved my issues while recording with my lapel mic. That was really awesome. All right. Well, enough babbling. Let's see what I can come up with next. Okay, so we're starting the work on the heads for the hammer. This is bar 360 brass. We already turned the OD on it. Now we're just rough cutting the length. After this is going to be facing and drilling and tapping. Pretty much the same operations as what we did on the stainless steel core, I guess. I'm not going to bore you with all that. Having a work stop and a collet like this, worthwhile making. It's makes repetitious work very easy. Other benefit is you're working close to your chuck when you're parting off these parts. You just gotta take out your piece, pop in the bar, rinse and repeat. Do it over and over again. You get consistent results with it. So that was a big help.
Okay, a piece UHMW. Start that over again. We have a piece UHMW. It's been drilled to tap 3/8/16 and countersunk. Also, all that's done. I'm going to freeze it using this stuff, the original dust off. It is actually refrigerant. It's R152A, and my hope is that once this thing's nice and frozen, the chips will come off a lot better. It's not going to look like that stringy mozzarella on the pizza. So my hands will be the way. You turn the can upside down so you get liquid out. Keep your fingers out of the way because this stuff is seriously cold. We'll give it a few seconds to let the cold sink in, and we'll give it another shot before we tap it. That's pretty cold. There we go. Now the hardest thing about this is getting the leftovers that are in the bottom to break out. You gotta be careful even hand tapping this because you can just start pushing through the bottom. Fairly soft stuff. Frozen seems to give you a firmer stop at the bottom. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, you guys got glare, hold on. It's got a fairly neat thread cut into it. I hope this shows up. Okay, so this pretty much concludes my little part in building the heads. No use in me just showing you guys repetitious. You know what, it's the second time I get involved in Keith's What's in Your Box giveaway, and you know what, it's an awesome feeling. We've been down to the Cape, met with Keith, Vanessa, we had a great supper. His son is incredible at making sushi. If you're ever in Cape Cod, you must go. Had a great time at Keith as always. Visits always too short. We're going to rearrange our travel schedule next time to be able to spend some more time with him. I kind of feel bad that he goes through all that trouble to greet us, and we're only there for a couple of hours. So we're going to see about changing that for next time around. After leaving the Cape Cod, we went back up to Boston, sent the ladies shopping, and Pierre and I went to visit Greg Halligan in the Boston area. Great guy, really friendly, charming wife. We had a great time there. Thanks, Greg, for your hospitality. Much appreciated. And then we headed back. It was a fair drive. On the way back up, we had to stop. Shop here, shop there, shop here, shop there. You know the way it is. Anyway, so we all made it back safe, and I want to say thank you. I've passed the 1,000 mark in my subscribers, so a huge thank you to all my new subscribers, and a huge thank you to my faithful ones. I've been having a dog of a time with audio and stuff. Hopefully that'll be put behind us. And I pledge to you I will improve my editing. I gotta work harder at it. That's pretty much it. So I gotta spend time making better videos. So enough babbling. Thanks so much for watching this little series. I got a whole bunch of stuff coming up after I clean up my shop. A couple of interesting little projects, one of them being a hydraulic cylinder for my little 4x6 saw, using an existing cylinder I got at an auction for cheap. So that should be a fun little project with some brass and making check valves and all sorts of stuff. See if I can make this work. Alright, so stay in tune. We'll see you again.